My amigos? Oh yeah! My amigos! Welcome there! You guys are looking good, kids. You guys are looking sharp! Alright. So let's catch up. Let's catch up a little bit. Alright? I'll kind of fill you in on what's been happening lately. This is the first day that I've filmed myself, I believe, in 2 weeks. And when I mean the first day that I film myself, like I typically record all of my driving to the course, to San Francisco, to Los Angeles, back home from the course. Anything that I do driving-wise, I record. And I don't know why I've become so undisciplined. But I stopped recording everything, including my swing, since the year-end tournament was the last time. And I think there's a couple of reasons for that. There is an ebb and flow to life. And I've noticed that whenever it begins to get cold, I'm a weenie when it comes to the cold. I do not like the cold at all. At all! And I become a little lethargic. I've been napping a lot within the last 2 weeks. I've kind of put off work. I didn't stop working, I just haven't been working as hard as I typically do in voiceover, in vlogging, and I become a little lethargic. I get a little lazy. I don't know why, so I researched it, and I found out that bears do exactly the same thing. Right before their hibernation season, what they do is their heart rate slows down significantly. And because it slows down, their body begins to slow down, and they get really lazy, really lethargic, like 2 weeks before hibernation. And then they hibernate, and that takes 7 months during the winter. So, believe it or not, I think human beings are exactly the same way, and it happens to me every year. Right around this time of the year, I slow down and I stop vlogging. I know in the first year, I started becoming really irritated with my swing, and I didn't know how to troubleshoot it properly, and so I just stopped vlogging. And I think I remember saying, like, I don't know if I'm going to continue. And it had nothing to do with me not wanting to continue. It just, I didn't know how to control my body at the time, and I didn't know how to control my swing. I didn't know how to troubleshoot properly. So there's a little update on that as to why I've been kind of a little bit inconsistent with the vlogging. Is just the weather change. Also, another reason why is the practice area at the course where I'm a member. They shut it down for a month because they reseeded, they punched the entire area, and then they scalped it, and then they reseeded it. And that's where I typically practice. I try to stay out of the sun as much as I can because I work at night. As soon as I get home from practicing, I start editing, I start, voiceover, researching stuff. I love to read. So it just completely threw off my schedule with them not having that area open. It's a really nice practice facility where I'm a member. And when they shut it down, it totally scrambles my schedule. Now, I will mention, yes, I did slow down in vlogging. But I didn't slow down in practice. I've been practicing just as much as I did previously, if not more. Really happy about that. But I have been sleeping a lot more. I'm hitting the hay sooner, which is really weird. I'm usually working till 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes. And lately I've just been falling asleep like at 9. And then I'll wake up like at 1 in the morning and I'll work for about an hour or putt or practice or whatever. And then I'll go right back to sleep like at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning again. Sleep till about 8 o'clock, and then get back up and work. So another thing is because it's starting to get a little bit colder, the air is heavier, I've moved back to the black tees. And actually I'm playing a combination of way back blacks and black tees. So because I'm working on my swing and I haven't figured out how to troubleshoot entirely the way it should be, because I'm in the learning process. Well, I've moved back to the black tees and the way back blacks, which is probably about, I think it's about 7,450 or 7,500 yards. It's a long ways, kids. You know, I struggle on some holes, although it's getting easier and easier. I do struggle a lot, and when I start getting in trouble, I blame it on my swing, but really it's not. It's just that I'm not hitting as far. Sometimes I have 170, 180 in on par 4s. And then I swing and I blame it on my swing thinking that I'm doing something wrong, but really it's not. It's just that I haven't built that strength to really, you know, pin hunt with my 6-iron and my 7-iron. I mean, that's just something I'm going to have to get better at. So there's another thing. So been frustrated a little bit because of that, but it's not because of my game. My game is on par or under par, but there's just you know, you got to take that into consideration that you're not going to be as sharp from far away. I needed to take a break just to charge up my personal battery from competition, I remember this thing that Bernard Hopkins said. Bernard Hopkins is a championship boxer. He's won belts in numerous divisions. And he said something that was really important years ago. He said that after a big fight, a lot of the fighters, the younger fighters, the inexperienced fighters will go out and party afterwards. They'll go to the club, they'll go and drink, or, you know, they'll celebrate a victory or maybe a loss or whatever. He doesn't. He's an older boxer. He's a championship boxer, once again, a professional, a true professional. And he said that nights after a big fight, he won't. He'll go to bed early. He'll go and get rubbed down, a massage maybe. He'll cool down from the fight, and then he'll begin the process of recuperating, because it's not just the big fight that he just had. It is also the months and months of preparation, of physical contact, of you know, sparring, of putting your body through rigorous drills to prepare yourself for the big fight. And that's kind of what happened to me, is that I was preparing for a good 3 weeks prior to the year-end tournament, and I just decided I'm not going to do anything special. I'm not going to do anything huge. I'm going to calm down and let my body kind of recuperate. So I slept a lot, and yeah, I'll just never forget that, what Bernard Hopkins said. I think that was very wise information. And I've taken some time to evaluate. You know, it's headed towards the end of the year, and I've had a great year. Some ups, mostly ups, very few downs. I have traveled a little bit. I went and took a class in Los Angeles last week for to study with a director from Disney Junior, who happens to be one of my old agents, or an agent that used to be my agent. She ended up getting a job with Disney Junior, and so I didn't know I was going to go and meet her, but I went to LA to take this class with the Disney director, and voila, it ends up being somebody that I already knew, and that was really cool. I've had some bookings in Los Angeles. I have slowed down my voiceover business a little bit, just because I take a little bit of time off just to evaluate what I'm doing with my career. Am I doing enough? I need more reading. I need more comedy. I need more, you know what I mean? Structuring the foundation of my business and my being, of who I am. So that takes time. It takes time to evaluate and figure out where I'm going and what I'm doing. Especially because the new year is coming up, and I want to, you know, crush the goals that I have and then create new goals. But I want to revisit those to make sure I'm on par with what I'm supposed to be doing career-wise. So that's pretty much it, my amigos. We're going to ramp it up soon. I'm not exactly sure when, but I do have competition coming up this week, which I wasn't anticipating. It's going to be a small 1 day of competition, and then a month later we're going to go to Palm Springs, I believe, for 3 days. Woohoo! Big tournament again. So stay tuned, my amigos. Oh, yeah. I just want to let you know, Mikey boy doing just fine. That's right, doing just fine. I'm studying at the Good Company Players here in Fresno with an improv group. That's large. Keeping my skills sharp, you know. My amigos, I hope you are too. I hope you're working on yourself, working on your skill set, saving money, planning for the future. For the future, kids! Oh yeah! So yeah, lots of good things coming up. I want to let you know, Mikey boy, Uncle Mikey is doing just fine. Just fine. Squirrely's doing pretty good too. But we've just kind of been relaxing and napping a lot and evaluating and reading and filling my mind with positive affirmations and positive information, kids, which is key, in my opinion, to success. So thanks so much for tuning in, my amigos. This is a shorty. There's stuff coming up.